OMG BBG! What up BBGs? We're back with another Speedstorm unboxing, and we have the Hasbro version of one of the sparking bays that we like to talk smack about the most.
One of our favorites.
So right here we have Glide Roktavor R6, the stamina type. So when we first unboxed this bay from the Takara Tomy version, we actually got that rare chassis that we actually didn't even really notice right off the bat until you guys pointed it out to us.
What rare chassis?
Yeah, shout out to you guys because that was hilarious afterwards. But no special chassis in this bay. We still get a wheel disc it seems, but it might be a nerfed version. It's hard to say. We're gonna have to open it up and actually take a look at it. But just like the other Speedstorm bays, we do have a metal driver or a metal performance tip, so that's pretty sweet. But yeah, let's flip it over to the back of the box so we can actually take a look at some of the details. So of course, with the start of the combo, we got that Glide Roktavor R6 Storm Chip and Energy Layer base. Apparently that Energy Layer base has a special ability. Says that it has a spin stabilizing wings. So just like in Takara Tomy, when you actually launch it hard in the very beginning, those wings will basically spread out and then stabilize your bay, help you keep that stamina, and then they'll retract once the spin actually deteriorates a bit.
That's how it was advertised, but does it work?
Yeah, does it work? I don't think they would falsely advertise, would they?
Never.
Never, ever. So we got that D81 disc, which is supposed to be that wheel disc. So looking forward to that piece because, yeah, man, if you can get a super heavy wheel disc from a Hasbro Bey, that'd be pretty sweet. For the driver, we have TSP04-M. So this is like a modified metal version of that Revolve driver. And it has a heavy metal hit ability just like the other Speedstorm bays. But I noticed right off the bat that the metal portion in this driver doesn't seem like it's as big. So I have a feeling this is going to weigh a little bit less than the ones that we found in Colossal Helios and Super Hyperion. But I could be wrong though. We'll have to wait to really find out.
Yeah, the performance tips on these Hasbro bays are kind of like the main attraction in this season.
Yeah, and they're extra tall too, so it's very interesting. So they're a big reason why we could do our modification video. Make sure you guys go check that out. So yeah, honestly, these Hasbro drivers, they're super helpful and other stuff too.
Hasbro making the dreams come alive.
Yeah, it's awesome. And take a look at the stats here. For attack, we got 2, obviously. Burst potential, we got 0. It is a stamina type after all. Defense is 4. Weight is at 10. And then agility at 2. We don't expect it to be that fast, although it is a Speedstorm Bey. And you got that stamina at 12. So it just like went through that 10 limit there.
Yeah, and so like looking at it so far, it does look pretty much very similar to like the Takara Tomy one. So I'm glad they kind of tried to stick to the original.
So right before we open this up, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications. Also, make sure to check us out at Geek Dosage on Instagram and give us a follow. Thanks so much for the support, guys. Alright, let's check out our Roktavor. I really just want to find out if that disc is super heavy.
Yeah, well, I know a lot of you guys are really happy with the Speedstorm changes. How, you know, it looks at least like the original.
Yeah.
Even though there are some changes, of course, with Hasbro doing their thing.
Huh. Not bad. I think it's pretty good. Wow, okay, we're gonna have to weigh that out. Revolve. Here we go, all the parts for Glide Roktavor R6 out. So let's start off with the Storm Chip. Once again, these Storm Chips actually don't do very much for the combination, just keeps everything all together, right? So overall, the look is very similar to the original. The sparking chip core is missing, there is none. They basically put that design into the Energy Layer base, where it looks like they have like a core piece on there. So it looks like it fits together really well once you actually put the Storm Chip into the Energy Layer base. There's no more chassis either. You can see that they have like these 4 plastic pieces where the chassis would be, and of course you can remove that. The stamina wings is definitely the star of the Energy Layer base. They do move out, so at least they do have that special ability. They don't move that much, but at least it works. Next up, the most exciting part for me anyways, is this D81 Forge disc. So this is supposed to be the wheel disc from Hasbro. And honestly, it's looking pretty promising. It does feel pretty heavy. The last thing we have to do is weigh it and see how it compares to the original. You guys will notice that the prongs are actually designed somewhat differently. We'll find out for sure once we put it on the scale. If you actually just place it in your hand, it does feel pretty heavy. But to be honest though, it seems like it does weigh just a little bit less than the Takara Tomy version. So I'm hoping that my perception is wrong, and once we weigh it, we won't see any difference, but I don't want to get my hopes up though. If you guys look at the four corners of the actual wheel disc here for Hasbro, it looks like the weight is a little bit smaller than the Takara Tomy version. The last part we have here is TSP04-M. Such a long name. Man, so basically, metal version of the Revolve driver. And as you guys can see, it does have a big metal chunk close to the top of the driver. If you compare this performance tip with the one from Helios and Hyperion, it looks like the metal chunk is a lot smaller than the ones that we found from those bays. It's time to weigh out all of these parts, and then let's see if that wheel disc is heavier or not. Original, Takara Tomy.
3.35.
Weighs as much as some bays from Hasbro. Okay, now Hasbro.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a lot lighter.
It is lighter. It feels lighter.
25 grams.
Bro, big difference, man. That's sad.
Surprisingly, I mean, it didn't look that much smaller.
Yeah, but they took out some metal pieces. Like, they basically made the big chunks of metal a little bit smaller. It's kind of sad. But let's compare it to those fuse discs that we got from our other Speedstorm Beys. So remember this number. And here is the one from Helios.
23.74.
So I mean, it does weigh more, right?
Yeah, but it's interesting that Hasbro decided to use like different molds and like went out of their weights just to make it lighter.
Yeah.
Instead of like just using the pre-existing ones from Takara Tomy, right?
Exactly. So there we go. The wheel disc from Hasbro is nerfed. It's kind of sad. Let's go ahead and weigh our drivers. So the one from Takara Tomy, actually.
Okay, now all the Hasbro fanboys are gonna be like, Hasbro's better.
Yeah.
It's way heavier.
Yeah, these parts are impressive.
So Takara Tomy driver 5.76.
Typical.
Hasbro with the metal 10.69.
Nice. I'm pretty sure it does have less metal compared to the other bays that we unboxed, because this is like more than 10, I think, right?
That one's 14.3.
Yeah, so there is more metal on the ones from Hyperion and Helios. Okay, let's weigh out the full combo. This is Takara Tomy.
64.84 grams.
Yeah, over 60. Beginning of sparking. And Speedstorm.
49 grams.
Yo, at least it's almost 50, hey?
Yeah, well, like all the way is that definitely just on the bottom, like on the driver, right?
Yeah.
The energy layer legit is like super light because there's no chassis no more.
Alright, and that's it, guys. So, pretty big weight difference overall. It was pretty disappointing to see that the wheel disc was nerfed once again. Yo, but we hope that the Pro Series will get a remake of this and we'll get the full weight.
Yeah, it's like, are you even surprised at this point, Brendan?
For real though. It's like I had such high expectations for this wheel disc. Dreams were shattered. Alright, let's do a test spin. 3, 2, 1. Bit of movement. We are using our like long sparking launchers though.
Yeah, it's pretty...
It's not bad.
Nice. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. When you compare it to the Takara Tomy, like, it looks very similar, but obviously the Japanese one, the original one, is a lot nicer.
3, 2, 1. Dodge. Pretty good. Glide Roktavor, not bad. I mean, when you compare it to other Speedstorm Beys so far.
Let's try it with Helios. 3, 2, 1.
I think once Hasbro starts spinning out some more like special Speedstorm stadiums, then this generation will definitely get really fun.
Oh,
what is up? Oh man, I thought I was gonna lose like so much earlier. That was pretty sweet.
It did wobble a lot though. I guess that's what happens when your bay is a bit taller like that. 3, 2, 1. This stadium is so slow.
Yeah, for a speed-oriented ability for all of these guys, it's definitely not a fast-playing stadium. That's for sure.
Slow storm stadium.
Yeah, we're definitely ripping on this stadium real hard. Well, okay, some spin equalization there. Overall, Glide Roktavor, not too bad. Okay, BBGs, that is it for our unboxing on Glide Roktavor R6. So let us know if you guys are going to be picking this up. You now know that the wheel disc on this Hasbro version is definitely not as heavy as the Takara Tomy version, but overall though, it still weighs more than those fused parts that we saw from the other Speedstorm Beys. So, I don't think that this disc is one that you should avoid. You should probably still pick it up for that disc alone, but just don't expect it to be as heavy as the Takara Tomy version, alright? Just like we did. And then our dreams were shattered into tiny pieces.
Yeah.
But overall though, not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, battles were actually not too bad with this guy. Pretty stable.
Yeah, exactly. Alright guys, let us know what you think of Glide Roktavor R6. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and as always, Geeks out!